Hello beautiful Pisces, welcome to your mid-June update. This is Lorian and I'm so pleased and happy to be with you today. So the decks that we're going to be using is the Work Your Light Oracle. We're also having some guidance from the Energy Oracle cards, which I haven't used in a long time on a video, really long time. And then for Tarot, I thought I'd, give a little bit of spring energy with some fairy tarot cards. So I'm just going to see, first of all, what's coming up for Pisces from mid-June onwards. Please give me guidance to give to Pisces for what June is going to bring them from mid-month onwards. How will the full moon affect them? Now the full moon is on the 17th, so I just want to see how this is going to affect you guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. So you three clearly want to come through. Thank you very much. Okay. So we'll start with these and then I'll go through and see what comes up. Awakening. Nice. All right. Then you have the Ten of Spring, which is interesting because I did mention about spring. The Three of Spring. These are wands, by the way. And then we have Awakening. Now the Awakening for me is very strong because this is normally the Hanged Man, as you can tell, but this has changed the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness, a temporary pause in the action. Now the thing is with you Pisces, my gorgeous lovelies, you are very individual. I've never known a Pisces the same, honestly haven't. You all have common traits, yes, but you utilize them in different ways. And that's what I absolutely love about you. Two of my dearest friends, are my bestest friends actually, are Pisces. And one in particular I've known for over 10 years. And she still never fails to surprise me. So if you're watching, you know who you are. But yeah, there's something that just seems to come through with this, saying that, things have been maybe the same for a long time. Things have been very much a drag, I feel, for a lot of you, and this is not to say that you have been doing anything incorrectly, but I do feel that there has been a certain ruttish feeling to this. It just feels a little bit like you were trying too hard to do something in particular, and maybe it hasn't worked out. But now I feel like this is slowly coming to fruition, something that you've been working on to improve yourself or to even improve your prospects. That's going to be something that you can claim very soon. And I do believe that if you look at the situation from a different point of view, for instance, if you were supported and that wasn't an option, what would you be doing? If you had enough resources, would you do things differently? And I'm sure that the answer would probably be yes for some of you. But I do feel that there's a lot going on within you, and within you, you're feeling possibly a little bit too sensitive at some points this June. So do try and look at it from a different perspective. The only thing that I think that you need to understand as well, so maybe you look at a different, way, is because you're sick of being burdened with all the heavy load, really. So this says, ask for help from others, all work and no play. Being weighted down by too many responsibilities. And that's a perfect summation of the Ten of Wands, to be perfectly honest, because I do see normally when I look at these cards, it's somebody who just has everybody's problems on their shoulders, including their own. It could be that you run the household and you feel like you just want to throw a brick at some people because they just keep adding and adding and adding to your pile of, I'm trying to do this, but you keep messing it up and I can't keep doing it on my own. Or it could be that, you go out for the day, you come back and everything's a mess and you just can't be bothered with it. On the opposite side, it could be that everybody at work or everybody in your family presumes that you're just going to be the problem solver. It presumes that you're going to be this happy-go-lucky scamp who'll go, no worries, I'll take on all your emotional baggage. And you help them do whatever they need to do whilst ignoring yourself. And that's not the way Pisces has to go. Pisces has to be able to free flow. You have to be able to move nicely in the water without the burdens that other people wish to put upon you. And if that doesn't happen, And if you suddenly get people who are at you all the time, you're not going to be very energetic to do anything else. Like, there may be things that you've planned throughout the year, or you know you want to do something again. But if you allow people, certainly for the rest of this month, to come forwards and kind of steal your energy and steal this feeling that seems to, I don't know, be freely given for a lot of the time, I think that's going to be too detrimental. The full moon in Sagittarius bids you to play. Sagittarius is a very playful sign. Sagittarius likes to experiment, and it's a philosophical sign. It really does feel like it's a lot of, oh, we'll try this, oh, we'll try that. It's a travel. It never really settles, whatever that word really means to people. And it never really anchors down. It's always free, doing this and doing that and aiming for the stars. I do feel that there's something coming through because it's in your 10th house to do with career, success and fame, but it's also something to do with the father figure. So it could be some previous issues with the father figure in your life. You're trying to understand a little bit more about how that affects you. And it could also be that you're wanting to put your money where your mouth is and actually act on something. You maybe want to play a little bit, like, oh, what would I do for my ideal career? You know, if I could do this, again, if I could do this and know that I'm fully supported, what would I do? Would I be a full-time artist? Would I paint things to rival Leonardo da Vinci? You know, a lot of Pisces I know paint. Would I do something that's like campaigning to save the trees or something? You know, what would you do? What was your call? So maybe there's something that you can do, because 3 of Spring comes in with a sense of preparation, foresight. You'll have an idea, maybe you work through the idea and now you're wanting to put it into action. So this just says plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. And again, this could be the different direction that you need to look into, because it could be kind of a synchronized attempt by the universe to get you somewhere. Have patience, there are more good things to come, which, yeah, I fully agree. Satisfaction from a job well done. Now, job well done to me, as soon as I read that, I went, oh, some of you aren't happy in your current position. I know 2 of my friends aren't, but it was more of a collective, like, get back, foul demon. So I do feel that there's something to do with your career that you're really not happy about. And if possible, I would really encourage you, so encourage you to look and explore and see if there's something that you can add to bring into that job, to increase the happiness in that job, or to look where you are needed next. Because for some of you, I feel that you're healers. For some of you, I feel that you are there to give a voice to those without a voice, or to kind of express yourself and bring unity, some particular form of unity. So if there's something that you do and there's something that you're really passionate about, please don't hesitate to explore that, certainly for this full moon as well, but for the rest of June, especially before we go into Mercury retrograde, because that's not going to help anybody. So please do feel free to explore in that. So I'm just going to do a little Work Your Light Oracle card, see what advice we have from your higher selves to also all down here. So what does Pisces need to know for the rest of June, from mid-June onwards? What does Pisces need to know? Well, Wonder Woman's at it again. Warrior Woman, have you answered your deepest calling? And I have just been talking about what is it you want to do, what is it you feel that you are here on this earth to provide, not just for yourself, obviously, and not just for others, but just to the cause, to the universe. Why do you feel that you are put on this earth? A lot of us feel like we were put on this earth to be parents or to do that, but no, there's something deeper than that. You know, are you going to raise the next generation of peacekeepers? Because that would be a bigger reason to be a parent, you know? Just that I want reproductions of little me. That's something that I think that if you want to give love to a child, if you want to raise the next generation of peacekeepers, if you want to just work your magic, help people, or create, you know, is there something that you want to say? Is there something that you want to act on? You know, what is it that you feel in your heart of hearts that you were brought here to do? Because this is kind of like you're shielding yourself a little bit. I'm seeing a little bit of oh hell no, I'm not going to be doing this for a lark. I'm just going to hide behind this strength, which a lot of you do because it kind of feels the right thing to do, because you're sort of sitting there and waiting for things to change when you could actually be the greatest cause of change. Now I'm just going to do an energy oracle. What does your energy need to know? What does Pisces need to know for the rest of June with regards to their energy? What was their energy? Whoa, okay, so you really wanted to come out, and I think there's 2 here. Okay. The garden at the gate and the 7th chakra. Ooh, okay. So yeah, your highest chakra, your 7th, which is your crown chakra, this is going to be something that Pisceans everywhere will probably want to get into. It could be that because Sagittarius is the sign of philosophy, it's the sign of higher knowledge, education, spiritual development. You could be wanting to unlock some of the psychic gifts that you have, because you do have them. Every single Pisces I know has them. The only thing is, I would say, is the fact that maybe you just need to ground yourself as well, because there is a higher understanding, yes, but also if you're too in your head, you might feel like, oh God, bills, oh God, money, oh God, and that will really overwhelm you. So try and ground yourself as much as you can. Garden at the gate. Now, this is very much about feeling fenced in. Like, this is your lot now. She's looking out into the distance. I don't have my unicorn pen handy, but she's looking out into the distance and she's dreaming of being somewhere else. I think there's something inside of her, maybe that's inside of you, maybe not, that's fine. But there's maybe something that tells you that there's more to more to this provincial life, to quote Disney and the Beast. Disney and the Beast? Beauty and the Beast, Disney. Yeah. But I think that there's something that's kind of bringing in here, that you're not satisfied with something. And that's fine. If you're not satisfied, nobody's forcing you to be satisfied with what you have. But don't dream it, be it. And that's another quote from a film, and if you know what that is, I will give you 10 points to your house. But there's something that's like, don't dream it, be it. Look at this, yes. Visualize yourself attaining that, yes. And then take the steps to attain it. But don't just sit on your laurels and wait for things to happen, because that's when passivity comes into play and you look around at your life and think nothing's changing, because it isn't, and it won't if you're not doing something. And I do feel that this is not just on a big huge scale, like you want to transform your life. You just want to have something that's simple, connective, something that you want that's yours, and you want to see progression. But for some reason I feel some of you are not able to get to that higher level at this point in time. So I hope this resonates with you, and I hope that, you know, the guidance resonates and you're able to figure things out for the rest of this June with the full moon in Sagittarius. But let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about this reading, or if you'd like to purchase a reading specifically for yourself. Then all you have to do is go to the description box where everything's there. I'm also starting a Patreon community where you can suggest and have additional pick a card readings, because I'm also doing those now. So if you're with me for these readings, wonderful, thank you. I hope you stick around and bear with me while I go through some pick a card readings that may be a little bit of fun for you to do, if nothing else. But thank you ever so much for staying with me today. I look forward to reading for you all very soon. Take care, my beautiful Pisces, and I'll speak to you shortly.